Hey everybody, good morning. David, one of the We Still Could guys. And my sidekick Dan can't be with me today. But I thought I'd come to you and share something that really kind of touched me. I hope I can get it out in enough time to actually get this video up. But first, as always, we still could, if he were sought, we still can bring this country back to the place that we know and we want it to be. But we have to seek the divine guidance of a power greater than ourselves. So with that, I'm going to open with a quick moment of prayer and just say, Heavenly Father, great power in the universe, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, whatever it is that we as individuals might personally believe in that's greater than we are. We just ask that you come into our hearts and guide us so that we can find the truth, seek the truth, be the people that you've created us to be, and shine the light that you want us to shine. And we just thank you and praise you. So with that, this was something that came across my email box today, and I wanted to read this and share this. And it kind of goes to the fact of, we need to turn our bullshit meters on. We need to show up. We need to stop, trying to take any perspective on it and just seek the truth in what's really happening out there, particularly in our nation's capital, and how they continue to keep us distracted with other things while they prove to us time and time again that they clearly have their own agenda, and it's really not for the betterment of this nation. And I don't care if you're a Republican, Democrat, Independent, upside down, right side out, inside out, whatever, it doesn't matter. There's clearly forces at work here that, we're in deep doo-doo. We are just in deep doo-doo. So anyway, this was a funny, cute story as it relates to the recent healthcare passage, and I hope I can get this out quick enough. I was in my neighborhood restaurant this morning and was seated behind a group of jubilant individuals celebrating the successful passing of the recent healthcare bill. I could not finish my breakfast. This is what ensued. There was a diverse group of several races and both sexes. I heard a young man exclaim, "Isn't Obama like Jesus Christ? I mean, after all, he's healing the sick." The young woman enthusiastically proclaimed, "Yeah, and he does it for free." I cannot believe anyone would think that a free market would work for healthcare. They are all crooks and thieves and don't deserve all that money, another said. Those stupid Republicans want us all to starve to death so they can inherit all the power. Obama should be made a saint for what he did. For those of us less fortunate, at this I had had enough. I arose from my seat, mustering all the restraint I could find, and approached their table. "Please excuse me. May I impose upon you for a moment?" They smiled and welcomed me to their conversation. I stood at the end of their table, smiled as best as I could, and began an experiment. "I would like to give you my house. It will cost you no money, and I will pay for all the expenses and the taxes for as long as you live there. Anyone interested?" They looked at each other in astonishment. "Why would you do something like that?" asked a young man. "There isn't anything for free in this world." They began to laugh at me, as they did not realize this man had just made my point. "No, I'm serious. I will give you my house for free. No money whatsoever. Anyone interested?" In unison, a resounding "Hell yes!" filled the room. "Since there are too many of you, I will have to make a choice as to who receives this money. Free bargain." I noticed an elderly couple was paying attention to the spectacle unfolding before their eyes, the old man shaking his head in apparent disgust. "I tell you what, I will give it to the one of you most willing to obey my rules." Again, they looked at one another, an expression of bewilderment on their faces. The perky young woman asked, "What are the rules?" I smiled and said, "I don't know. I have yet to define them. However, it is a free home that I offer you." They giggled almost amongst themselves, the youngest of which said, "What an old coot. He must be crazy to give away his home. Go take your meds, old man." I smiled and leaned to their table a little bit further. "No, I'm serious. This is a legitimate offer." They gapped at me for a moment. "Hell, I'll take it, you old fool." "Where are the keys?" boasted the youngest among them. Then I presume you'll accept all of my terms then. I asked. The elderly couple seemed amused and entertained as they watched from the privacy of their table. Oh, hell yeah! Where do I sign up? I took a napkin and wrote, I give this man my home without the burdens of financial obligation, so long as he accepts and abides by the terms that I shall set forth upon the consummation of this transaction. I signed it and handed it to the young man, who eagerly scratched out his signature. Where are the keys to my new house? He asked in a mocking tone of voice. All eyes were upon us as I stepped back from the table, pulling the keys from my pocket and dangling them before the excited new homeowner. Now that we have entered into a binding contract, witnessed by all your friends, I have decided upon my conditions. You are obligated to adhere from this point forward. You may only live in the house for 1 hour a day. You will not use anything inside of the home. You will obey me without question or resistance. I expect complete loyalty and admiration for this gift I bestow upon you. You accept my commands and wishes with enthusiasm, no matter their nature. Your morals and principles shall be mine. You will vote as I do, think as I do, and do it with blind faith. These are my terms. Here are your keys. I reached forward to the young man, and the young man looked at me dumbfounded. Are you out of your freaking mind? Who would ever agree to those ridiculous terms? The young man appeared irritated. You did when you signed the contract before reading it. Understanding it, and with the full knowledge that I would provide my conditions only after you committed to the agreement, was all I said. The elderly man chuckled, and his wife tried to restrain him. I was looking at now a silenced and bewildered group of people. You can shove that stupid deal up your old man. I want no part of it, exclaimed the now frustrated young man. Infuriated, you have committed to this contract as witnessed by all your friends. You cannot get out of the deal unless I agree to it. I do not intend to let you free now that I have you ensnarled. I do not intend to let you free now that I have you ensnarled. I am the power you agreed to. I am the one you blindly and without thought chose to enslave yourself to. In short, I am your master. At this, the table of celebrating individuals became a unified group against the unfairness of the deal. After a few moments, the unrepeatable comments and slurs, I revealed my true intent. What I did to you is what this administration and Congress did to you with the health care legislation. I easily suckered you in and then revealed the real cost of the bargain. Our folly was in the belief that you can have something you didn't earn, that you are entitled to something which you did not earn, that you willingly allowed someone else to think for you. Your failure to research, study, inform yourself, permit reason to escape. You have entered in a trap from which you cannot flee. Your only chance for your freedom is if your new master gives it unto you. A freedom that is given can also be taken away. Therefore, it is not freedom. With that, I tore up the napkin and placed it before the astonished young man. This is the nature of your new healthcare legislation. And when I read this, all I could do was say, wow. And it's not only that, but they're about ready to do it with cap and trade and a whole bunch of other legislation that sits before them as they continue to keep us distracted while we turn a blind eye and seek solutions to problems which there's no human solution to. So again, I'll ask you to do your own research. Got to dig into stuff for yourself. Start paying attention. It's time to wake up, men and women of America. It's time to wake up. Turn on your bullshit meters and let them be the judge and let them find the truth. With that, I wish you a fantastic weekend, and I'll be back with you again soon. In God we trust. Blessings to you.